Hello and welcome to our Minor Capital Grant video. I'm Kaylee Linz, Executive Director of the Kootenay Regional Arts Council, and I'm excited to guide you through the essentials of applying for our minor capital funding. Our Minor Capital Program is just one of the 6 funding programs offered by the Columbia Kootenay Cultural Alliance. The CKCA is a project of Kootenay Regional Arts Council and is funded by the Columbia Basin Trust to carry out arts and culture funding programs within the Columbia Basin region. Before we jump in, if you're not sure whether the Minor Capital Program is the best fit for your project, head to our website linked below where you'll find details about the other funding programs available in this granting cycle. Before you start your application, ensure your organization meets the overarching eligibility criteria for all our programs. First, applicants must live in the Columbia Basin region, meaning your primary residence must be within the basin and you or your organization has been based here for at least 12 months prior to the application deadline. Keep in mind, the Minor Capital Program is only open to registered nonprofits or charitable organizations, and your organization must have been registered for a minimum of 12 months prior to the deadline. CKCA funding focuses on arts and culture projects. If your organization has a heritage project, we encourage you to look at other opportunities for support. These may include grants provided by the Trust or Heritage BC. You're welcome to apply for arts and culture projects based in any artistic discipline or tradition, including interdisciplinary arts or projects that combine elements from different art forms. Last, before you apply, make sure that your organization does not have any outstanding requirements for previous grants. The Minor Capital Program aims to support the development and preservation of arts and culture venues and support the capital needs of arts and culture organizations. Projects must support capital purchases or the improvement of capital assets. Some examples of minor capital projects include the purchasing of equipment and building or renovating a permanent structure. Expenditures may include items like fees, tools, equipment, computers, software, instruments, risers, and acoustical upgrades. Funding is available to registered nonprofit arts and culture organizations and venues. This means applicants must be either a nonprofit or a charity. The maximum request in this program is $10,000. Keep deadlines and other key dates in mind when planning your project. The deadline for minor capital applications is the first Friday in March. See the video description below for the exact date this year. Applications will automatically close at 5 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Mountain Time on the day of the deadline. Projects must take place between June 1st of the application year and must be completed within 1 year of this date. Lastly, keep in mind the delivery of funding results will generally take place in mid-June or July. CKCA minor capital applications are assessed by the volunteer CKCA Steering Committee. Steering Committee members make funding recommendations on the basis of community benefit, application strength and quality, and available funds. Finally, the Trust reviews and approves recommendations for funding. Here are a few examples of past successful projects funded by the CKCA Minor Capital Program. The purchase of lighting equipment for outdoor performances, upgrades to the kiln in a community pottery studio, the replacement of a piano for a community choir. Next, let's walk through the application process step by step. First, review available funding programs on the CKCA funding webpage to ensure this program is the best fit for your project. Next, be sure you've read both the primary funding policies document and the policies and guidelines document for minor capital specifically to ensure your eligibility before starting the application. Next, submit your application online via our grant management system, Good Grants. If you did not apply in 2025, you will need to create an account before beginning your application. CKCA grants are highly competitive, so here are some tips and considerations to strengthen your application. Be sure to clearly articulate the community benefit of your project. Explain how your project will help Basin residents experience or participate in arts and culture activities. Avoid common pitfalls by ensuring you are familiar with the eligibility criteria for all CKCA programs and minor capital. Submit a complete application and avoid including ineligible expenses in your budget. Also keep in mind the following eligibility criteria for this program. If a building is owned by a government entity, minor capital arts funding is not available for structural repairs, such as improvements to the foundation, walls, or roof. CKCA cannot fund capital projects for private businesses or on private property, and funding cannot be used for ongoing maintenance. Capital projects also cannot be combined with non-capital projects. For example, if an organization wishes to purchase a sound system and then create a performance, those would be two separate projects, even if the sound system is used. Some eligible expenses you may wish to include in your budget can be capital purchases or supplies and materials related to capital improvements, project management or labor costs related to capital projects. And keep in mind that CKCA defines capital expenses as any item that costs $200 or more and provides benefit beyond the duration of the project. Here's some ineligible expenses to avoid. Operating costs. CKCA does not provide operating funding or funding to reduce deficits. Retroactive funding, meaning any activities taking place before June 1st. And school-based activities. This is any activity or expense related to school curriculum. CKCA offers several resources to help you with your application. These include live workshops and consultation calls. If you have a question specific to your project, do contact our office to schedule your call. On the CKCA funding webpage, you can see upcoming dates for live Q&A sessions. This is a great chance to ask any questions you may have about CKCA programs. And at any time, feel free to reach out by email to admin@wkartscouncil.com or give us a call at 250-352-2421. I encourage you to apply and take advantage of this fantastic opportunity. Thank you to the Columbia Basin Trust for supporting CKCA grant programs and resources like this one. And thank you for watching. We look forward to receiving your application.